You keep agreeing, even when it erases who you are. The moment you say no, the silence feels like a threat, so you stay, folding yourself smaller just to keep the peace. You're the one who turns chaos into sense. People lean in when you speak. In every meeting, every round of questions, you are the voice that brings order. But you can't remember the last time you let your thinking land unfiltered. Your sentences are redesigned mid-air, shaped by what you think will soothe, not by what you know is true. Later, long after the room empties, you run every word back through your mind, hunting for the version you never said. Stay. By the end of this, you'll see when you started hiding, why the trusted architect of every conversation is the same mind you lose access to when presence matters most. If you stay to the end, you'll see what it costs to never let your real mind be visible. You notice at some point that you have never said the thing exactly as it arrived. It's late. The city flickers and streaks beyond the window as the commuter train slides through glass and neon. You sit alone, pressed against the metal, the worn fabric of your bag tight in your grip. The day's air still clings to you, dry from recycled office light, tangled from too many conversations. You replay the moment your manager asked for your perspective. The answer was there, sharp and clear, but you felt your mind reshuffling, rounding the corners, searching for a version that would land without resistance. The words that wanted to come out would have cracked the surface, unsettled the calm, made someone uncomfortable. Instead, you delivered something safer, 3 sentences, each one checked, softened, trimmed for acceptance. You know exactly which line you held back. Your knuckles whiten as you remember how every response was a careful sort. Which truth would land, which would bruise, which would make you the difficult one. The train slows. Your face reflects back in the glass, blurred, uncertain, and you wonder if anyone in that polished, precise room has ever heard your mind as it really works. Each day, your mind scans for hazards. You spot the tension, recalculate, offer a version of yourself engineered to be received. In meetings, you speak last, editing as you listen, absorbing every signal, recalibrating until only the safest answer remains. In email threads, you write the truth, then delete, then start again, trimming until what's left is palatable and forgettable. You perfect your delivery so much that you lose the raw current underneath. With each layer of editing, the clarity others rely on becomes less and less your own. You become the organizer of other people's messes, but your own thoughts dissolve before you can even hear them. Approval becomes the air you breathe. Every interaction is a silent audition, not for your ideas, but for your place in the group. You replay the calls, the conversations, searching for what you edited away. The loop is invisible. You sacrifice clarity for acceptance, then spend your nights searching for the place you disappeared. The mind that organizes others cannot find itself if it is always hiding. The line you protect never gets spoken. You swallow your real sentence while nodding to someone else's version of truth. You type a message, then cut it in half before you send it. In the car ride home, you almost admit what you really think, but the words don't pass your lips. You are not protecting yourself. You are erasing yourself. Then one day, you realize you cannot recall what your real answer would have been. You hesitate before you speak, scanning for approval, searching for the safest version until your own perspective has no voice. Self-trust fractures. You start to believe that the real version of your mind is dangerous, and the edited one is the only safe way forward. When the role falls away, when there's no one left to organize, no unraveling mess to clarify, no tense air to clear, you wait for your real thoughts to surface. But the mind that brings order to everyone else falls quiet when you're alone. You sit in the parked train, neon and glass flicker past, slow and indifferent. The metal against your back is cool, almost unfamiliar. In this moment, there is nothing left to reorder. All that remains is the sentence you never said. Most people never notice the moment their own mind disappears behind the machinery of order. Seeing it, even once, shifts the balance. Now the pattern is visible, and you are no longer entirely inside it. Recognition is its own quiet resistance. The loop can't run on autopilot when you know what it costs. The next time you feel your thoughts reshuffling, just before you speak, ask yourself, what is the sentence I am about to erase? Let the cool press of the metal against your back remind you there is nothing left to reorder here. There is a next step after noticing. What comes after is already waiting in the description of this video. Your pattern has a name. The free archetype PDF, find it at InnerCodex.app through the link in the description of this video, shows you which one of 144 archetypes shapes this momentum and where it starts to cost you. There is a 24-hour experiment inside. It will show you how staying busy has become the most socially acceptable way to avoid yourself and the cost of disappearing inside the role no one checks on.